RemZzzs was introduced to me by a friend and shared the fact that I could sleep more comfortable with my mask using this product. I was very interested due to the fact I was experiencing loss of air at night, again, interrupted sleep. So if I could try something that would solve that problem for me, I was excited. So I tried the product, and the very first night I slept 7 to 8 hours straight, no interrupted sleep, no air blow by. My wife loved it. She slept 7 or 8 hours that first night as well. I could never see myself going back to not using the RemZzzs liner.
Three years ago, my wife was diagnosed with obstructive sleep apnea. I realized she was not breathing at night. I wasn't really in tune as to what obstructive sleep apnea was all about, but having her come home after her sleep study and realizing that she had to wear this mask was quite a revelation for me. She started with a full face mask. About 3 in the morning she would throw it against the wall and start crying because it would make so much noise. They really didn't have any other masks to put on her because she tried about 6 different masks on, and that she probably was going to have to learn to wear the one which fit the best was the full face. And then one night in the middle of the night was crying and she threw it on the floor again, and I just was praying, and the idea came to me to make a fabric liner to go between her face and the mask as a barrier to stop the leaking and irritation. I showed my wife in the middle of the night this liner I had created. She looked at me and said, "I don't think that's going to work," and basically went back to bed with the mask on the floor and said, "I don't want to do that tonight." So the next night she woke up in the middle of the night again and was getting ready to throw the mask on the floor, and I said, "Do you want to try the liner I created?" She said, "All right, let's try it." So I put the liner on her. She slept for about 7 hours from that period. So we did this for 3 weeks and found out that it was really helping her. And then I said, I think this could help a lot of people, because we looked on the internet for answers. There was no answers for us on the internet, and people were all saying the same thing, basically, that they were having trouble with leaks and irritations of their face. This noise that they were having at night was kind of a flatulating noise that would wake up their partner, and that's exactly what's happened to me. I would hear the noise, and before you know it, I'm awake and kind of nudging her, but she was pretty much awake also. We found out this liner really worked for her to sleep all night, and so we did it for about 3 weeks, went back to the doctor. The doctor looked at us and he said, "So how you doing?" She goes, "Great." And he about dropped his clipboard and said, "What's going on?" And I said, "I think I fixed it." So it was a year and a half later, I basically talked to the doctor about it, and he said that day that he had 16 people he could put it on. And so now they've been using it there for about a year at the hospital, and now we're actually selling, we've sold in 15 different countries, and people are using them all over the world now.